towards Ivy with the Deagle on train. Wonder if he'll be expected. We've seen this already in this week's tournament here in London. In Wembley.
He's kind of consistent at this as well. And here it is. He's just thinking about his lining up. He's visualizing. And, oh, the first shot and the second, not connected, but he's waiting for the repeat. Expecting it doesn't come, though. There's no risking that one, it seems. It's like we will see Cold get out of dodge, fall to a more passive position. But Fallen, obviously, coming in from the other angle after Nico just saw Cold leave the left, and that's what did it. Great play there between Fallen and Cold to pick up the first kill. That initiates the push. Fur has got a monster in his name, and you can see why. Gobbling up all of these players from FaZe as they make their way in, and Cold with the finishing blow. 5 men stand alive and strong at the end of that round for SK Gaming.
Sending a statement are the Brazilians, not a single kill, which means no scouts in this round for FaZe. They won't have the money in this force buy. Pure pistols for them. Lovely shot from forward, and I do feel like that would have been an expected play based on previous pistol rounds from FaZe. And they answer it really nicely, ready for the trade frag if necessary, but big fat zeros for the FaZe clan. 3 Deagles coming out, Rain, Carrigan, and Nico. The level of recoil on a Deagle is absolutely insane. But for surely he's heard with this MP9. Is there a flashback from a teammate? None required at present. The strafing, the fast movement of that MP9 coming into play, looking for some pre-fire. In the meantime, the bomb above Pop Dog for now. Could head towards B. Rain's there as well with the bomb carrier. Bomb carrier is Kiyashima. FaZe looking for opportunity. Poking, prodding, strafing.
When will the peak be? Fallen's waiting for it, sees another tease. Another one coming his way as well. 50 seconds remaining now on the clock as we see Fallen getting a tag. So these players with Deagles are very, very softened up at this point, but that won't matter, it seems. Alu and Rain open things up, 3 versus 3, but you can't forget about Fur still lurking with that MP9 of his. And now Kiyashima makes his way with the bomb in towards that side, trying to use the ladder here to try to get info to perhaps get his way across to the bomb plant, and he will do so. 2 kills, a bomb down. That's a great result already, but there could still be more. Some bonus frags perhaps, as Kiyashima has the Tech 9. The spray doesn't work out for him, unfortunately. Defuse will come in. Looks like Ali will survive with the Deagle. Great round actually from FaZe. Again, 2 kills, bomb down for some extra cash, and that's going to hurt SK's economy a bit, as well as boost their own.
2-0 start, Eco Town for FaZe in this round. Some more Deagles. Well, one picked up onto Rain. We'll see if anybody else makes a significant investment. Alu choosing to pick up Kevlar with his Deagle as well. He's still got money for the AWP in the following round, whether they win or lose, so he'll spend that extra cash. Not everybody will buy Kevlar with their Deagle, and maybe that would have been, that money could have gone a longer way in future rounds, but chosen to pick it up here, and that can be the difference. Helps you avoid the aim punch. Alu looking for an overextension, but Taco looking to feed his MP9, and he will do so. And there is the man, Alu, with an opening kill. SK masters of smoke kills today, it seems. Kiyashima moving into the B bomb site, and now Alu remains alone. Able to pick up the bomb, but we'll see if he can do much more. Still 2 players towards Ivy, starting to rotate away. SK not going to wait around for Alu, moving into forward positions. You won't expect these angles, but can't quite get the kill onto Fur. 3 Deagle for him, 3 rounds for SK.
So now we get the AKs in play from FaZe, and AWP to be featured onto Alu as well. And always going to wonder where that's going to be taken as we see double ops here for SK. Fallen and Taco this time around. SK, when they had that incredible dominant streak previously with FNX on this map, Fallen's AWPing around the green train around Ali was just insanely phenomenal. Fast round here from FaZe, at least from Carrigan, pushing forwards. looking to find himself an opening, causing distraction here, using the smokes, the cover of smokes to get very close to the bomb train, to get behind enemy lines. There it is, gets the spot onto Fallen, goes up to the bomb train, gets knocked down by Furtho, and now Firth stands to answer for quite a lot here because FaZe is about to march into the A site.
Backing off, gotta be careful with those tracers. 3-on-3, and SK will huddle 2 players around the connector area, potentially moving through CT spawn, but Taco will hold his angle with the AWP. FaZe, Kishima, it would be important for him if he can hold on, well, clear out and hold on to this IV position again. It will make life easier. It'll allow Rain to plant the bomb. Kishima is his cover. There's no peek for the CT. Still hold their ground and move forward for the retake. 2 players at the back of A, and Taco creeping through connector with that AWP. He's close range, not ideal. Rain stuck around the bomb train. Has support from his teammates. That bomb continues to tick. Diffuse kits on all these CTs. There's the fight for the IV position. Kishima won't win it, and that is 2 of the 3 players down. Ali on the high ground, but he's exposed to a CT on the left and a CT on the right. That one is Taco. The retake is successful. Not a player lost in that retake for SK, and they keep the clean sheet 4-0.
SK with a strong start here, that 4-0 indeed. And it's a very scary prospect when they start to get the momentum on the CT side. It's where they always used to do all the damage. And we have FaZe now in a situation where they have got the bomb plant. They've got that money, that's, round loss bonus. However, the 4 rounds, so that's a lot of cash with that bomb down. And now they have the AKs. Very limited utility, but some smokes. AKs and a flash. So it looks like we'll see a fast round here. Taco fading away from the angle just before he really spots all that much. 2 players on the position here of B. FaZe are going to need some fast frags, and there's always a danger of Phelps coming quickly from that pop dog position on the flank. Taco to start off the proceedings here. Good first kill from him, and that information is pretty huge as well as Phelps waits.
For playing against what you would expect after a frag from his team in that position, and that will give his team further advantages. Some preemptive grenades, and the pushes continue all over the map, and it's just round 5. That's mad aggression from SK. It seems clear that they knew what FaZe had in mind, and that it's been absolutely neutered. No feet on this FaZe push, 2 versus 5. Trying to bait out some shots, but Phelps is better than that.
And it's so hard as well from FaZe's position because they had no utility really to start the round with. They're sort of all, completely committed to that one play that they have in mind, which is to rush down that B bomb site. They get halted, and they don't have any utility to fall back on to take positioning. SK knew that they were going to try to just basically bum rush the B bomb site with all players, so that means SK can tighten around those positions where FaZe do not have the map. And where are you left? It's a very tough spot for FaZe to be in. And without the bomb plant, they don't have a buy in the next round. They'll have a half buy. But if they did get the bomb down, they would actually get $4,200 with the bomb down and the round loss bonus cumulatively. So that's not to be the case. Well, they'll have 2 members saving their weaponry, though. So what is the play here from FaZe? Will they buy around this? Looks like they'll take a timeout to decide.
The last map, solid start from SK 5-0. Max loss bonus for FaZe. 34.50 in the bank for for 3 of their players. They've got 2 AKs at the moment, but can they get into this game? If SK run away with the first half, it might be an insurmountable task for FaZe to get back into things. Well, they've had their timeout. It's come and gone. They've got 15 seconds to buy. See if they can get their first round on the board. And indeed, they are going to buy around these weapons. So pistols and armor for the rest of the team. 2 AKs being wielded. They don't have all the grenades in the world, so I do wonder, will they try and make a fast play into the A train yard? If they're going to try and jump past that main angle with 2 AWPs, you wouldn't be surprised if one was trained on connector. But indeed, there isn't one there at the moment. Taco goes on the high ground towards B, and Phelps looking easy for him, winning the duel towards the ladder room.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid around the pop dog position so far. Fallen looking for the additional players he knows must be coming, but Phelps will steal away one. Second for Fallen, though, out of team main. So Fallen will get somewhat of a tasty morsel with that AWP of his. And now another situation where the rush is just completely destroyed right at the start, and FaZe are left with two players thinking, you know, how do we play this position? We've got no position on the map. We've got a limited amount of utility between two of us. And Carrigan will run through the smoke. His footsteps hurt. He'll get tagged a bit. Still in the smoke, though. Really weird situation as there's still a CT right next to him. Looks like he won't get anything just yet, though. Kiyoshima is going to go for the challenge. Should call the trade fragging attempt for Carrigan. Won't be successful, though. But for SK Gaming, quite a successful round. Doesn't really get more successful than that. No one falling. That's a 6-0 on the board for them. And yet again, FaZe denied a bomb plant.
Yeah, Carrigan pre-fired at the end there as well, slimming his chances yet further. Pistols again for FaZe after that force buy. Again, they're at max loss bonus, so they'll have a buy in the following round. More grenades than the previous rounds. See, they've spent on average $1,800. 2 AWPs. Almost undeniable for SK at this point. They're building some bank as well. Third with $12,000 in the bank. So FaZe will need to string some rounds together to find themselves a respectable T side. They may not start with this buy, but you never know.
Taco trying to line up the shot again previously here. Connected it without too much trouble. FaZe looking to run a similar round as to when they had AKs and no grenades, but this time Tech9s with grenades. Tech9s will be pretty good as well at gaining the ground quickly. Smoking Taco off here. A better approach. Missing the shot through the smoke. So it seems like a first for SK. Oh, we get the mad dash towards connector. Almost all the T's wrapping around the front of the bomb train. Really interesting movement here. The maneuverability from these T's with the Tech9s is strong, but the SK players are fighting back. Oh, wow. That's an incredible shot there from Taco. Still more players left to deal with, though. As the bomb should be able to be planted, and indeed it will be. But who is left to try to defend it?
Alu and Carrigan. Alu picks up an M4, but he's been dropped, leaving Carrigan alone. How much damage can he do in this situation? He sees one player, but what is his play? It's planted default, so I don't know that he can really stop the bomb from being diffused, but he's trying to find something, presumably the AWP, but Fallen just swiping right, denying him entirely. 7-0 in favor of SK.
It's a hard start, but SK are very strong on the CT side. I'd say certainly it's always been a side which I've found to be one of their more successful. So FaZe, they should definitely not be too discouraged just yet. It looks pretty bad on the scoreboard, but there's still plenty of time for FaZe to find their groove. And they'll try to do so this round with Alu on the AWP. They haven't really seen much of, well, many utility on their players or the AWPs either. As you see, a
lovely
nice
flashbang.
Yeah, that's a very nice pop flash.
Flashbang is nice.
Gonna steal that one.
SK, most of their players, or many of their players, are around or above $10,000. Yet to lose a single round on their CT side. In fairness, that money can quickly disappear on the CT side. And there are angles that Rain is infamous for, but they'll have to wait to get onto their CT side, and by the time they get there, they may not have a fighting chance. Losing a player already. Rain not doing much better. Alu scoping. Oh, being teased. Fallen will deny him. So moving forward to avoid max damage from that grenade. But 5 versus 3, he isn't terribly concerned either way.
Here it comes, the remainder of FaZe looking to try to find salvation with these 3 players as they have 50 seconds to go. Cold in a very devious angle. Surely they'll be hard pressed to find this one. Gets himself the frag onto Carrigan. Kiyoshima now looking to make the play towards Pop Dog. And again, another situation which seems hopeless for FaZe. They are struggling to even get kills at the moment on these SK Gaming members in their gun rounds. There's the drop, but once again, it's a successful defense. This time for, oh, that's a bit awkward. Grenade in your hand. It's not a good way to win a fight in Counter-Strike as it goes 8-0 now. SK still preventing FaZe from getting onto the scoreboard.
A timeout from FaZe. See Robert doing lots of talking behind the team. Kyo, everyone, the whole team's getting involved. Good discussions. They remain focused. They're not too upset by the current situation. 0-8, a horrible start to their T side. Everybody above 11K, close to 12 now on SK. they've got far too much money for this situation as far as FaZe are concerned. Just keeps coming, man. The hits just keep on coming. Fallen knows his angles. He's played enough hours of CS to take his pot shots, consider the likelihoods, and punish them for being true. 8-2-0. 5 AKs coming out for the FaZe clan. Some grenades as well. A reasonable level. Is this the round where they make their way to the scoreboards?
Very fast play again from FaZe into Popdog. We know he loves this position. There's one. Can't quite get the second one. An improvement here for FaZe as they try to march in, but Fur with 5 HP takes another frag. Oh, that's incredible stuff there with 5 points of health. Still a problem, still dangerous, but there is still 2 players left here for FaZe, and Nico is one of them. Takes down Fallen now as Alu looks for a good vantage point here on top of the train, top of the green train. What can he find? Nico finds the end of Taco's AWP, leaving it all to the dedicated Opera of FaZe, but we got cold in with a very nice AK shot, side of the head, and very, very dead is Alu. 9-0.
It's a buy between the buys. Nothing working for FaZe, nothing at all. Look at the kills on FaZe. Karrigan 1 kill, Rain 1 kill, Nico 2 kills, Kishima 2 kills, Alu 3 kills. Nothing is going the way of FaZe. They're barely turning up to the server.
The economy is outrageous for SK. FaZe can give up any hope of resetting them, or rather, well, have to hold that for. We've got the Tech9s in quickly here. Taco with a close range AWP, confusing it for a shotgun perhaps. Almost as good as in that position as we have Karrigan now. Well, he's no more. He is no more, James. 10-0. It just gets worse and worse here for FaZe.
It's got to the point where coldzera and Taco are losing money by winning rounds. They start this round with $16,000 in the bank. 10-0, double figures, and it is nil pois for FaZe clan. After some tight maps and great performances, FaZe, some strong victories. This would be a difficult way to lose the tournament, but it's not over yet. There are 5 rounds to be won. They are on the bye once more. They've got an AWP onto Alu, but they aren't getting the kills.
And all they really, I would say, need is 3 rounds. 3 rounds is sort of the minimum, to be honest, to work with, generally speaking, as it can account for you having a chance should you lose the pistol in the following half, but they want to get much more than that, of course. Now they've set themselves up. They've got pressure around teammate Popdog and Ali. And can always go for a 3-pronged attack, but SK have been so good at defending pretty much everything at this point. Taco, the latest addition as far as AWPing is concerned for the SK Gaming team. Doing great work here so far at B. Nice blink shot from him. Kiyoshima hits the ground there as Taco repositions more defensively to make himself untradeable. And that's the power of the AWP. There's untradeable frags. A 5 versus 4 here with 45 seconds to go for SK Gaming.
Credit to Taco's positioning as well. He gave himself a pixel gap to see somebody around the back, but didn't want to allow them to have the double peek. 5 versus 3. Alu, desperate shots being taken through the smoke. 30 seconds to find a way into this site, find a way into winning a round. Bomb's getting picked off, but Fallen takes Alu down in response. Creeping up the ladder, can't quite get the frag. That's 1 versus 3 for Rain. No highlights for him just yet. Never forget that performance at DreamHack Valencia oh so long ago from Rain.
This crowd is savage, James. They want the 16-0. Wow.
They're not far off. FaZe clan are running out of timeouts. This is their second last.
It's a crazy situation, and it's hard to think as well that if we look at that last round, just to see 2 frags, we're thinking, wow, that's the most competitive so far almost that we've seen FaZe look on some of these buy rounds. Not like this is, I'm sure, what FaZe will eventually be thinking if things continue to go this way in this first half. Now we have Tech9s, we have grenades as the freeze time starts to tick away. And we are soon underway as well with that. Now, what is the choice? Previously, they selected to go with B. SK have pretty much defended everything, and this is where it gets very hard for the T's. If nothing feels like it's working, what do you do?
Fur is 20 for 2.
Oh my God.
All the MVPs.
Disgusting stuff from FaZe.
20 for 2. That is scary stuff. Well then, looks like it's a grenade execute from FaZe one way or another. Be it B, be it A. Lining up, positioning. They may take a quick peek towards upper B, make sure nobody's there. Nobody playing deep. 4 players in A. Taco smoked off his desired angles. Gotta be careful. Nico has a look, gets punished for doing so immediately by Taco, but Rain has closed the distance. Phelps is here, but Rain with a 2K. Down to 3-on-3. Phelps, continuation spray in case somebody's close. Not sure if you heard any sound, but now we've got a T in connector.
It's going to work out, looking for the timing. Oh, Fallen's missed him. Oh dear, that's a big problem now for SK. FaZe, perhaps they can close their first round on the board. They can be welcome to the scoreboard, perhaps. It's looking good. It's just Phelps left now. Now he gets caught in the back by Alu. There you go. FaZe on the scoreboard. 1 round of a possible 4 in this first half for them. But how far will they get? They can't just rely upon that one single round. They need to pull more together, because otherwise, if they get reset in a position like this, let's not even think about that just yet. Let's not go there.
Smoke grenades and absolute bedlam is what's required to yield FaZe a single round. But of course, SK had money just ticking around, waiting to be used. The full buy is in, but just the 1 AWP in this round for SK. Taco doing good work towards B in the previous rounds, as evidenced by the scoreboard. But it's time to change their approach. FaZe making inroads on the A bomb sites. The pop flashes coming in, but they'll be avoided very easily. The second one, they're not prepared for it. Carrigan spraying a lot, Fallen with a cheeky pick for the AWP, and that will be enough.
Fallen ever dangerous on the AWP in these positions as he looks for the next player to attack onto him. As the FaZe clan approaches, they get closer and closer. Fallen looking for the right timing. Oh, there you go. Ali with a great peek. Another one coming in, takes down Phelps. Just cold on the bomb train now. Looking to hold it down. Ali doesn't stop though. Quick 3 frags from him with that AWP. Wonderful stuff, allowing FaZe to have space to take that A bomb site. Now as Fur, the man with all the frags for the SK Gaming team, finds himself alone in a 1 versus 4. How much damage can he do? Because surely SK have all the money to play with. Well,
you say that, but life can quickly get expensive for a CT side forced to buy up with 5 players. That said, all FaZe can get is 4 rounds. So you see this will bridge the gap. Fallen with 3,500, although first still just shy of $10,000. 11-2. Coming up very shortly indeed. See if FaZe can continue this momentum through the end of the first half. What a shocking start for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely horrendous start, to be honest, but great to see Alu bailing them out in time of need with those fast 3 frags. And it's important as well to be able to feel as though you can play aggressively and not to sort of have your confidence be mentally shut down, because that's the most important thing when you want to play fast and aggressive. You have to be at the peak of your confidence to be able to hit shots like this, to be able to read the game like this, as Alu did. And hopefully for FaZe will continue to do, because they have so much work that they need to do. Double AWP onto SK Gaming. FaZe now, what are they going to go for? Another fast play here from Carrigan. Straight down into the yard.
Fallen, he sees the flashbang, gets caught by it. Awkward positioning for him. Very fast shot onto Carrigan. Looking for more. Taco delivering again with the AWP towards B. Repositioning, spotted the bomb. Will there be a rotation? Fur makes his way in. And Phelps, he's close to the ladder. There goes Alu. It's falling apart once more for FaZe Clan. Kishima moving into the B bomb site, but he is alone. Everybody's dead. The CTs continue to move into the site. They know he's here, having picked off one of their players. SK will position themselves accordingly. Don't want to give any easy frags away to Kishima in the second last round of the first half. All of 2 rounds on the board. Spots 2 players, but from the back will appear Cold Zero. Bro fists all round. 12-2 SK Gaming.
FaZe still able to muster a buy here against the double ops of SK Gaming. We'll see full utility pretty much, and AWP into the hands of Alu, a much needed AWP of course, and let's see what they can do to get this third round. Again, it does seem like these fast aggressive plays, using grenades, using chaos has been what really has worked for them. Variance, they need those chaotic situations to provide that variance for them to win these rounds so far. Ali going for a fast peek. Could see aggression here. We do have a player close to that generator. Forward on the Ali position, it's cold. And we'll see whether Alu and his teammates can break open this Ali position, force back these CTs. They are 3 strong in this position as FaZe are looking to work around PopDog as well. Is it to be this A bomb site? It looks like it from the minimap. We'll soon find out as Ali repositions now to T main, looking for those AWPers, looking for those those little tidbits of information that can help make this push ever more successful.
Carrigan slowly moving up the IV position, while for approaches main, Alu picked off. That's a big frag for Fallen. Nico taken down as well. 2 plays and pop for the T side, but what can they get done in this situation? We've got a boost towards Connector, and Ferb will run distraction in the meantime. And again, it's Kishima on his own. Double pick from the CTs is enough. 13-2 half for SK. Is there any way back into this for FaZe?
What do you do if you're FaZe in this spot? It's so impossibly hard. So many rounds against one of the world's best teams, one of the most experienced teams at the very top level, looking to reclaim that top level, looking to once again be frequently seen lifting trophies at championships in CSGO all around the world. SK Gaming, all they need to do to shut this one down very quickly is have a very solid pistol round. FaZe only 2 to work with as we get into the second half. This is the most desperate of situations for FaZe, to come all this way, but to be faced with this task.
Imagine if they lose this pistol. Just imagine, although you don't need to for long because it'll soon be concluded. Looks like SK going to make a fast play into the B-bomb side. The flashbang may save their bacon for the time being. Alu's still looking for some headshots. There's a good one on Sacco. Waiting for a flashbang, looking away, and that's a free kill for Alu. Opportunity knocks for FaZe. 5 versus 2. This is exactly what they need. A solid, dominating performance so far on this pistol round. ColdZero doing what he can though, but only good for the 1 kill. It's a long way back for FaZe, but we've already seen some crazy comebacks in this tournament.
It's very true, but the thing is that SK have so many options right now. They got the bomb down, so the extra $800 could be really important because they're in a spot where, you know, psychologically there's a lot going on with FaZe right now. Their tension is very high. They're in a position where they feel like they can't make a single mistake. So SK, with so many rounds in advantage, they could throw a fast play in there. They could maybe try to get someone onto a rifle here, you know, drop something. It could be a possibility to keep that pressure on high. But looks like they won't go for a pressure play. Looks like they'll think, all right, guys, let's just get 1 deagle, a P250 or something like that, and just play it for those AKs in the next round, which I like a lot in train. We'll see how well they can play off of these pistols. It is Cold who's brandishing the deagle for SK Gaming.
All the AKs are coming in the following round. This is still a very dangerous round for FaZe. Devastating things have been done with pistols all tournament. Cold with a deagle. Some P250s around as well, and 2 Glocks. Fishing is ColdZero, but in fact, he's the one who will get baited by Nico. 10-round advantage for SK. Phelps trying to close distance, taking Nico by surprise, but still has many advantages in that situation. 3 players remaining. A bomb plant would be a bonus, but Kishima is ready for it. His back's covered by Alu as well. Insult to injury there.
For the NECT side, because if you get these AKs into that yard, you can start playing sort of almost, you know, AK DM. You have all these long ranges. You have a really huge advantage because the CTs want to hold on to their UMPs. I think this often can force the CTs into close positions on the A yard to play close to PopDog so that you can keep those UMPs in spots CTs into close positions on the A yard to play close to pop dogs so that you can keep those UMPs in spots where they're actually useful. Because as soon as you enter those long ranges with the UMPs, they are useless against the AKs. However, SK, they might take a slower approach here and focus on B, but the fast play from Nico is good to take down Cold. The smoke to try to get out of this position. He got into it, he got a pick, but can he get out safely? That's now the question, because SK are swarming. They don't want to let him escape here. Looking to spray through the smoke. Another one from Nico, and it's the third as well. That's exactly what FaZe need. Absolutely crushing this round. Nico single-handedly, he'll die, but he's done enough.
For now. But SK are still alive and they're still dangerous. Phelps can't quite get the fatal spray. Fearlessly charging through the smoke, gets an upgrade to the AK as well. And at least those AKs are far away from the rest of FaZe if he is to go down here. Already tanked to half health, tries to make a play for it, but the spray, too many guns trained in his direction. One AK collected by Kiyoshima. FaZe continues to climb, one stone at a time. That's their turn to get some smoke kills, FaZe clan. 8-round deficits. SK with the Deagles once more. Loss bonus continues to rise, as do FaZe clan.
And FaZe really need to keep the integrity of their economy, and this is a round where, if you're thinking about that, you can often be a bit scared of it, because these Deagles can find crazy 1D, especially in the hands of SK, of course. So we'll be looking for that. Carrigan looking to smoke off these players, but perhaps playing in front of the smoke. Oh dear, Phelps gets the kill after all. A very labored spray there from Carrigan is going to take him down low, but he'll fall. So that's one frag for SK and some positioning around Ali. This affects the rotation of FaZe because they have to make sure that they are covered from the right spots. And now SK look for more picks with these Deagles as they start to appear from T main. But what angles will they find? What angles will FaZe give them?
SK trying to find a hole. Look at the greed there. He's looking at the gun. Crosshair pointed down, but that gun is far too far away, and Ali's almost guaranteed a kill. Indeed, he'll get one. Rain cleaning up towards main. 2 pistols left. The bomb nowhere near either site for a potential plant. That's a nice opening from Taco. Can he close the distance, though, towards connector? Fallen still static, and look at that, he's read the rotation, and it's a full one from FaZe. All 3 players in the bomb site. Taco waiting, but will FaZe send somebody back towards the A side? They've spotted Taco now. Fallen continues to creep. There are 27 seconds here.
I love how Taco's not committing to a fight. He just wants to make it look like he's trying to get those fast pre-fires in. And all of a sudden, I think FaZe now finally realized they got a player in connected. Like, oh no, the bomb's actually gone down. Fallen's got a Deagle too. And where is he standing? You have no idea. Sure, Taco's going to die, but Fallen, already so much time's been wasted. Oh, he doesn't look for the frag though around the side of the train. Nico creeping on up on to Fallen's position. And we'll give the round there to FaZe. But they did do a great job, SK, in getting some damage in and getting the bomb plant. It just shows you how aware these players are.
That bomb plant essentially gives them maximum loss bonus before they reach it. The extra money will give them the full buy. Although Fallen doesn't have a helmet. Does not have a helmet with his AWP. We'll keep an eye on that and see if it plays a part in this coming round. 13-6. 7 rounds needed for FaZe to tie the score. Lots of opportunities for SK to slow them down, or something more than that. Phelps towards the IV position with an off angle. We'll see when SK starts to go fishing. First, I'll take the upper B area, make sure it's secure. Give themselves maximum options as is reasonable with expected map control on the T side.
Nice angle here from Nico. Oh, the quick switch just at the wrong moment. It's that tick, man. You never like to see that one, but it happens. It happens to all of us eventually. Not a great time to happen though in a grand finals though, but never mind. At least no one has died because of it just yet. We've got Carrigan here watching the Ali position. Ali as well. Taco played so well on the CT side from that position. Very impressed by his AWP work on train so far. Nico once again looking at these T main angles on another position. This time as we start to see SK on the march in towards the A bomb site, dropping out a pop dog. Nico defends the first one, altering his position. Frag number 2 from Nico. How many more will he get? There's another for 3 now on Nico. He's done so much work for his team as they start to encroach upon the bomb train. They've been spotted now by Rain. He'll fall, but will his teammates be able to cover this? Kiyoshima in from the back though. Fallen desperately tries to get his way onto the bomb, but Nico with the denial. Nico is lifting his team at the moment.
That gap is getting smaller. SK have not won a single round in this half just yet. And in total, only 2 T rounds have been won on this map. 2 T rounds. Doesn't bode well for SK as things continue here. And they will take a timeout, the SK team. Again, it's max loss bonus now. Some extra money than you'd normally have, thanks to some plants here and there. They could go for a buy. Fallen's a bit short of 3,400, but everybody else can pull out an AK should they want to. Some discussion between the team, guys. We're 3 rounds away. Where is the gap? Where is the weakness in this FaZe team?
It's really crazy right now as well because FaZe are getting into this territory where they can pretty effectively rebuy should they lose a round 2 to full strength. So they sort of bought another life in that sense. So SK, they do need to get this damage and they do need to get the bombs down as well and to try to keep the pressure high onto FaZe to stop them from getting this momentum, severe momentum. They've got 5 rounds in a row right now, so everything's starting to feel really good for FaZe's defense. And again, CT side train, you can often find this, and it's a fast round perhaps to try to answer FaZe's defense. Got a quick couple nades in here, and we'll have many players running in, some of which blinded, and Nico will put them out of their misery. First one to fall, the Flames will take Nico. So what can FaZe do now that he's dead?
Rain trying to stop the bomb from going down, but he'll take Fallen out in the meantime. Bomb planted, another shot from Rain. Looking very difficult for SK, despite the AK advantage. Getting out-aimed by FaZe at the moment. Phelps and Cold remain. Difficult times ahead. How can they protect this bomb? The smoke down on the bomb. Cold trying to find an angle. He has to go past E-Box though, spot some shadows. There's one kill. Here's an defuse coming in. Finally the spray is there. Last player above the ladder. So awkward, but Ali's found the angle. Got a kiss as well, but can he find the bomb? He can. 8th round on the board for FaZe. Close, but not close enough. First gone from 20-4-2. to 22-11.
Yeah, man, that CT side was very, very good from SK, but it's now FaZe who are hitting the groove. You can see that they found their mojo on the second half. They're not too far away from SK Gaming, but it's a very tense climb for them as we now see SK Gaming sending a lot of players towards Ali. So we'll have, oh no, actually just onto the dumpster here. So it looks like they'll actually go for a set play onto A with smokes. See how successful this execution will be. We've got Rain up close, some counter grenades in from the CTs. You'd expect SK to wait those out before they rush in. And there it is, the second round of smokes to now go in with. Let's see if SK can get this done on the entries.
Taco, Fallen, Fur, making their way into the site, making their way straight into shallow graves for the most part, but the trades come back 3-on-3. Lots of time on the clock here, and the kills keep coming in. Nothing but headshots coming from SK, trying to plant the bomb on the high ground. Ali may take a shot from the low, but there he is. The smoke disappears, and Fur spotted, swatted. 2-on-2. Kiyoshima coming. If he goes for the peak, could even be a collateral. No, completely denied. Kiyoshima, though, has full information. Throws a smoke down, doesn't realize the bomb's on the high ground though. That's not really going to help him. But he spots Fallen going for the spray. Where's Cold Zero? It's a 1-on-1. He's got to jump. Does he realize where the bomb is just yet? I don't know if he does. Cold Zero around the corner. Creeping. Kiyoshima's got no idea. And finally, SK win their first round of the second half.
Oh, it's so hard to know where is that last guy. It's so difficult on that A-bomb site. Could be absolutely anywhere. So many trains, so many angles, so many corners. But it's going to be indeed that first round for SK. And they kept grinding it into that A-bomb site. Eventually it works. But that's the question. That's the first thing that has worked indeed. So, you know, what do they go to? Do they want to play a similar round? Do they want to mix things up? FaZe, of course, don't really have the luxury of experimentation on the CT side, being so many rounds down. SK looking to expand their presence towards the upper areas of B. So there won't be anyone on the high ground here. Just Kiyoshima low with that FAMAS, but it's Alu actually from the connected position. Great setup here. Alu and Kiyoshima knocking him down. It's just coldzera to answer back, but not for too long. First found a gap to move through, but now he's the last man standing, but not for too long. He will stand no longer. Another round quickly by FaZe. A very good way to answer back, because that will reset SK Gaming.
Great energy from Robin behind his team. SK taking a timeout, just that one round, and they get reset. Fur and Fallen, for the longest time, only had 1 kill apiece in this half, and now it's 3, but are they doing enough to take it over the line? 2 rounds away, FaZe 5 rounds behind, continuing their march, continuing the catch-up. And that was a key round because both teams were pretty low on money. FaZe still not in the most spectacular place, but I was going to say SK can't afford to buy. Maybe realizing the situation, they're going for the force buy. They've got some grenades, they've got some pistols. But maybe they need a spot of luck.
Let's see if they are serendipitous this time around, if Lady Luck is with them, because against any team of either caliber, a little bit of luck is always going to be required. Now we have just those pistols indeed. coldzera going in close with the CZ, just rushing in. Oh, the timing there with the smoke. I think that blew him just before they would be able to see him. That's amazing. The timing is so thin, so fine. As coldzera waits for the perfect moment to strike here. And as his team starts to create distraction, maybe he could do something, but I think some carefree spray through the smoke will find coldzera. Just about time that FaZe start getting their own smoke kills against the likes of SK, as right now we'll see the rest of the players here annihilated, wiped off the face of the server in this round at least. FaZe 4 rounds away now after that first half. Can you believe it? They've come so far to get a respectable scoreline, but there's still so far to go.
Nice repositioning from Kiyoshima. Teammates taking his post so he can stop the bomb plant from going down. Most of the kills stolen by his teammates as well. So again, the force buy from SK has failed. Their money's not in the right place. FaZe continue their march, and these comebacks, they're scary. Heading towards the major as well, they are pretty scary. FaZe looking strong. Not afraid to play from a significant deficit by any means. They have confidence in their skills, and they're demonstrating them at the moment. SK with some flashbangs, desperately trying to get the bomb down. They may just achieve it this time. They will. Mostly Glocks in this round for them, so just looking to make some extra cash. Looking for bigger fights in the coming rounds. That's exactly what they'll get.
And on the desk earlier, we heard Yanko talking about mental fortitude. And this is just like a new level of mental fortitude from both teams to see that. First of all, that SK had such an unwaveringly strong focus to have such a crazy streak of rounds. And then even still for FaZe, once again, to one-up them almost in being down so many rounds, but to show that fortitude to actually come back to 11 rounds, to this situation where they're within arm's reach of tying it up with SK towards the end of this second half. But indeed, we've got the buy back here for SK as they start to make their way into some angles to look for those early picks into this round. Fallen, will he find something? Seeing some grenades there in the trajectory might give him a tiny bit of info. Forward play there from Carrigan and Ali. This 1v1 could be absolutely massive here for the first advantage. Who is going to get it? Phelps goes for the peek. It's Carrigan. Fast headshot with the AK that he collected previously. And now Fur, he'll respond in kind in the A bomb site.
Ooh, that was close on the bomb train, but not quite. There's a massive flank coming in from Rain, but look at the repositioning of the T's. coldzera with perfect timing. There are big advantages for SK now. They've still got a minute on the clock, a minute plus. A man advantage. Only 3 players for FaZe with lots of areas to cover. 1 deep in B, the remaining 2 towards A. They still have the AWP onto Alu. That might make the difference later on. SK don't want to play the clock too much. We've seen it cause problems for them. Can be your best friend, but soon turn into your worst enemy as it continues to tick. There goes Fallen. Bomb spotted in A. That will leave FaZe confident with 2 of the 3 players towards the A side, but it can be collected. And again, there's still time for a rotation from SK.
Yeah, slowing things down now. There's only 25 seconds left to go. SK, they have to make the move. They have to do it. They've got to get that bomb planted soon. Less than 20 seconds now as Aliu has a very nice angle, a very fine angle, not an easy shot by any stretch, but here he goes, connects it of course. Aliu under pressure is when you get the best out of him, and there's still more to be done as they worry about his position, but they have to get the bomb planted just in the nick of time. They'll get it down, but that's all the time in the world for Aliu to try and just shoot some feet, but it'll be Rain to take the frag. Aliu finds Fur, trying to go for Pop Dog, but he won't make it there. Another round for FaZe as they bring it back. 12 for them now against the 14 of SK. Just 2 from tying this. Crazy stuff here in this grand final.
We've seen some comebacks in this tournament against NA teams. We saw Fallen say that he's seen this before, but maybe he is subject to it at the moment. FaZe clawing themselves back from defeat in all these rounds in the second half. SK have won 1. We have seen 5 defuses from FaZe Clan on their CT side. Maybe we'll see a 6th in this round. The buy is out again from SK. Not much in the name of grenades, but they've got the 5 AKs. No warps. 2 players with intentions towards Ivy. Cold and Phelps. The rest of the team towards main. Will this be a faster play from SK? They've got Fur inside the A-bomb site just about. And perhaps the players towards Ivy can pull the CTs out of position while Fur tries to get some work done. Repeats Nico, but Nico will not be denied.
Nor will Carrigan. Over by Ali. It's only Fallen to respond, but quickly taken down. It's bittersweet there as his team is left in a 2 versus 3. coldzera critically low, in need of medical attention. Taco trying to do something here. Takes down Nico finally, but it leaves it all to Cold, the weakened player, on his last legs here in this round, as he tries to get himself into a spot where he can plant this bomb, but first he must collect it. At the very least, there's time to do so, but he needs to get this 1 versus 1. He needs to make it a 1 versus 1, and it's so smart from FaZe. They're going to deny that very fact as coldzera turns the corner, and they are both there to greet him. But it's not a friendly greeting. It's a greeting that will result in another round for FaZe. 1 round away from tying it up against SK Gaming in the grand finals here of ECS Season 3 after being down so many rounds. I would never, like, if you would have told me that this could have been possible, James, I would have called you out. I would have said, you're a liar, it's impossible. But here it is, FaZe are doing it.
coldzera, his mind was in the right place, but he just did not have enough. Made a nice rotation to the back of the site, but FaZe were there, FaZe were ready. SK again, the buy between the buys at maximum loss bonus. Bits and bobs, pots and pans. Aliu off to a great start. We are running this final down to the wire. 1 round between the 2 teams. The way the first half went, you probably never saw this coming. FaZe 1 round away from tying things up. SK biding their time, maybe waiting for some of FaZe to make their way back towards A. Indeed, Phelps is in A, looking for an opportunity. That might be what SK are waiting on for the time being.
Well, Phelps has indeed got himself a forward position, and it should be a free kill for Phelps. Oh no! He's waited slightly too long. It happens. But it doesn't, you don't want it to happen in a grand final on map 3. Cold against 5. I know he's good, James, but this is definitely quite the obstacle.
40 seconds for him.
And should FaZe win this round, as they are very, very likely to do so, that will be the tied situation. And the momentum with FaZe, can you imagine it?
The money's weird though for SK. Like, Taco's got he's gone for the full force buy. He's got no money in the bank. They could have gone for a full buy in the following round, no matter what. But now their money's super weird. Taco with $3,400. For the most part, they're above 5,000. coldzera over 46, so it could be worse, but they'll have slightly less than they could otherwise have in this round. And you wonder why. Perhaps an over-investment in the previous rounds. It's 14-14, you don't want to be starting with a UMP.
This is definitely a situation where your experienced players can lend you some support here. SK Gaming, from a psychological perspective, this must be difficult. FaZe have finally got to the tied game situation right towards the end. We're onto the 29th round of a possible 30, unless there's overtime now. And FaZe look in good shape to potentially take this grand finals if they continue things in this fashion. Can SK do better than FaZe on FaZe's T side? Can they take it to 16-14? Phelps now with the creep here towards the alley position. There is one man close, as he has been playing it. Carrigan with the support of Alu. And Alu can throw flashes, he can try to warp and trade frag. Should it be required, but there's not too much presence there. Fallen meanwhile looking for a pick, something, anything to give an advantage early into this round to make the call easier. But right now it seems difficult for SK Gaming.
3 FaZe Clan players patiently waiting in the A bomb site. Smokes towards Carrigan around the IV position, and it's peeking towards main from SK. You've got to be careful though. Alu doesn't miss often. 40 seconds remain. More smokes. FaZe trying to delay the timing of their opponents.
Just enough time for Carrigan to take out the grenade there and switch back to the gun. That was so close, and it's the first frag going to FaZe, and time indeed is so stretched. 20 seconds to plant now as Cold makes another kill onto Carrigan. It's going to be really hard to get this bomb planted though. The CT's all over the bomb train. How do they stop FaZe from winning this round at this point? Ferg going for a desperate play. We have frags all over the place here. 7 seconds to go. We even get a Tico coming in, and it's going to be the round for FaZe. They've made it all the way to tournament point. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. One more round for FaZe, and where are SK left? What options do they have?
Unreal. 1 round so far. 1 round from SK Gaming. That is quite the comeback. A 13-2 half, and now it is 15-14. Match point for FaZe. Not their first, maybe their last. 4 players starting in the A site for the CTs, depending on Kiyoshima towards B. It's a rare occasion where you see a fast play in towards B bomb site from a T side, and this won't be one of them. Charging in towards A, trying to play the numbers game, but Nico starts off well.
Things looking really, really bad right now, but we have some frags coming in from SK. Cold and Fer delivering. Alu, he's been a problem all train game long as he continues to do so. Nico creeping around the corner. Cold too smart for that. Will take down Nico. And perhaps it's all on Alu and Kiyoshima now to stop this from going 15-15. Now just Kiyoshima. Can he prevent overtime? Can he finish it here? Or will we see yet more overtimes in this grand final as Kiyoshima creeps his way up to the bomb train, looking for every eventuality. His mind racing a million miles a minute at this point as he searches for the next player. Spray down comes in. Where's the trade fragger? Can't find him in time. It's Fer to make the kill, and SK in dramatic fashion find the 15-15. We're going to overtime.
This is completely bananas, and that has got to fire up the SK side despite all the trouble, the difficulty, the shortage, the lack of victory in that half. The last round takes it to overtime. It's crazy, but can they use that 1 round and string together some momentum?
That's the thing, isn't it? Because it's like that reset switch, isn't it? It's like the mental reset set switch. Like, okay, guys, money's good. Let's get into this. Let's get our heads into the game. It's the reset. Let's go. A fast round, perhaps, to maybe start things off. We'll see as Fallen does go for the angles very quickly, and we get a forward play in the yard here from the FaZe clan. They've got 1 man in the E-box, 1 outside of Pop Dog at the moment. Nico, in fact, going past E-box. He's looking for the Pop Dog angle there with his back exposed to the smoke by T-Main, and it's not actually going to be a fast round. We have SK waiting for a timing here, waiting for Fallen to play off of this smoke to see if he can get something, and oh, what a miss there from Fallen. That could have been the opening, but instead he takes 50 damage, and so will Taco.
We are beyond midnight, and we thank you for sticking with us in this insane final. So much success from FaZe, apart from when it's match point, of course. Cheers. Two CTs in the B bomb site. Kiyoshima's in a very important position. Lovely angle. Helps him avoid the flashbangs as well. Only good for the one kill, but Alu's here for a second. Creeping around the site, trying to stop a plant. Oh my god, that is a disgusting angle. Fallen taken away as well. They're back in the lead, FaZe clan.
And look how cold, calm, and collected Alu seems to always be. What a guy to have in the finals by your side. Oh, he goes for the knees, James. He went for the knees. He went for the knees. Ruthless. Alu does indeed bring FaZe into the lead in overtime #1. He's on 32 kills here, leading the way next to Nico on 29 for FaZe at the moment. As we see nades thrown into this A-bomb site. Rain going quickly there, but will he suspect player quickly? Looks like they do. They've thrown Molotovs towards first position. Oh, the flick comes in. Carrigan whiffing as well, though. Down to 22. A missed opportunity for him and his team as Fur could potentially capitalize as he creeps ever nearer. Oh no, Fur coming in from the back. He's going to wait to the last possible moment if he can see a second one as well. Could even pull out the knife in this point. Will he do so in such a tense situation? Waiting with his gun out. Wants to see if someone else will peek this position. There's the frag. Looks for the next one, but he's done enough here in this position, and now his team can gain even more ground. Look at Phelps go.
Nico, he's been a constant problem on the A site, and he continues to be so. Rain picked off in response to Phelps' frag, and there goes Phelps as well. 3-on-3 for a brief second, but Nico has finally been taken care of. But can SK close out the round? Alu standing tall, standing proud, confident on the A bomb site. Still just shy of a minute on the clock for SK. They're being very patient indeed. Kiyosima making his way towards the IB position again. That does limit the area that can be planted on if he chooses to peek when he hears those beeps. Alu's backed off towards connector.
Yeah, the B players, the B duo, Kyo and Alu, have been really good so far in this series. And now it's a 2v3 clutch. Oh, Kiyosima gets some good damage in, actually. There's a lot of the grenades between these two players. They have utility to work with. It's a hard site to retake. You know, where are these T's standing? They are able to limit some of these positions down towards E-Box, Pop Dog, and teammates. They may have a good idea of where to look. And as I say that, that's a great shot from Alu. But what else would he be able to do? Oh my goodness! Around the side of the smoke, looking to try to tap the bomb again as he throws a flash in desperation. He's lost Kiyosima. 3, 2, 1. The swipes are coming in. It's the spray from Taco that does it, though. As SK win the round by the skin of their teeth, 16-16.
This match is descending into complete madness. Who will take the thin lead into the second half? This is the round to tell us. Nice shot there by Fur. Great. Alu, he's just been playing outstanding in this match so far. So many kills from him, and he still looks super chill. 34 kills for Alu at present, leading the charge. Standard start for FaZe, but SK, they've got numbers towards Popdog/B. Taka will join them. 2 smokes in A. They'll try to keep the CTs entertained, but Nico and Alu are playing very close to connector.
Uh-oh, the jump comes in. No, the timing on the flash is absolutely perfect. That's what it's there to do. Deny the AWPer. It's down to Kiyosima now, but it's the AWPer from SK to do it. Alu comes back into play, though, looking very scary, but eliminated by Phelps. A very fast move. You have to do it if you're the T side. You've got to get up in those CT choke points. You've got to close the distance, as Phelps now able to maybe even get a flank in. This is absurd stuff from Phelps. Oh, he can't quite capitalize. Close stuff there, but Rain will deny him and keep his teammate alive.
Double AWPs versus a numbers disadvantage. Fallen can't get a second shot off. It's down to Cold. He's against 3. Almost finding the angle. Trying to get closer to the bomb site, but he can't do it. FaZe 17-16. They lead the first half, moving into the second. Such a close game in overtime at the very least.
How do you call this?
Say about normal time.
How do you call this? Maybe it'll go on forever, James. Maybe that is the fate of this grand final between these two teams. It's hard to find out who is better at Counter-Strike here today. Is it SK? Is it FaZe? A lot of support here for FaZe in the crowd. I'm sure they've earned a lot of fans as well from some of their efforts here on the comeback on train. But SK don't show any signs of breaking or folding just yet. We have now the second half beginning. of the first overtime between these two teams. It's map 3 of the ECS Season 3 Grand Finals. If you are just joining us, you've missed a hell of a lot. Fallen with a very aggressive angle. Onto team main. A lot of players here from FaZe though, around Pop Dog. Looking like they want to go for this explosion plate into the A bombs that we'll see though, as they start to take some ground towards B as well. Entering the mid-round, no one's dead just yet, but that will very well might change very soon as we get, oh my god, up and down the ladder Kyo goes, and he still finds a frag.
One minute mark has passed in terms of time remaining. SK playing towards the rear of the B-bomb site. Phelps going back and forth around connector, but there's a smoke down there, perhaps deployed by Carrigan, who is around the main area. Can he serve them a fake? Rain around the Pop Dog position. 3 players above B. FaZe, they're running the clock down. In go the grenades. It's going to bring Taco forward towards the site with Phelps, but ultimately it seems to be an A play. One player spotted on elevator. Carrigan caught with a grenade in his hand. Cold Zero pre-firing the Pop Dog area. 2 kills for him. We've got Fallen repositioning. 15 seconds for this bomb to go down. Lovely shot from Rain, but they have to plant, and they're not trying to at the moment. Rain making his way there, but there's a flank from Phelps. Can the bomb go down? He might have to plant it, and he can't do it. It's too late. SK have got the round. 17 to 17. Oh, you do not want to have a look at Nico right now. Scary stuff, but indeed the score is tight.
Oh, that was so close. So close. Nico is the man to hit that shot as well. If you appear for a millisecond, he's ready to go. This is kind of insane. Kiyoshima down for a cursory spray. Then the second time, he's like, yep, got it, nailed it. Great defense here from Cold. It's a hard position to play. You've got to be very fast and comfortable under pressure. The Cold. He was born to handle it, born to win. But will SK Gaming win this tournament? FaZe have proven a very, very capable opponent in this finals. So once again, we have Taco now just a bit more aggressive, in fact, with you all. That's a great pick off there. Finding his way into a peek onto Kiyoshima down the ladder as well. Great movement here from Taco. Need to have great movement if you want to be an AWPer. That's one of the most annoying things in CS. When someone peeks past an angle, they miss the first player and shoot the second player at the angle. It's like, why don't you shoot the first guy? I'm the trade fragger. 17 to 17. Early pick for SK. Can they take the lead again? Feels like so long ago they were in the lead for the longest time. Minutes mark passes. 2 players in B for SK. Where is the entrance for FaZe? Well, seems it's right there in Pop Dog. Carrigan running distraction around the IB position as the bomb moves. But where does it move? It's in main at the moment. There are 40 seconds left and Fallen's on the bomb train. Yeah, they're still actually not in the bomb site. All things considered, you would kind of expect FaZe to actually be in the site now. They're finally making the move there, but as you say, time is really ticking away here. And SK have a really nice setup around the bomb train. They've got a player passively, which is Cold, towards the alley position. So FaZe really need to speed things up. They could be in a lot of trouble. If anything goes wrong like that, it's going to be hard to plant this bomb. Cold also covering the angle from alley. They can't plant safely anywhere right now. They have to make frags towards connector. And on the bomb train is where Nico's going to plant in the 1 versus 2 clutch here to bring a FaZe ahead in the second half of the first overtime. Nico looking for both players, suspecting of the smoke, suspecting of almost every single position at this point. He just does not know, has to go with his gut. Going up into the heaven spot right now, looking for the first player. SK are taking this slowly right now, seeing whether or not they can just find Nico. Walking around, but he will be waiting up high. There's one, but it's Fur from down below to take him out on the trade, and that will be the bomb defused. It looks like SK are going to be going to 18.
Match point, Brazil. It's been a very long road for both these teams in this grand final. But to be honest with you, Dan, I've got no faith that someone's going to win this anytime soon. I would not be surprised if we go to overtime number 2.
And one thing I said I was excited for going into this map is my expectation, my prediction was that both teams will pour every every bit of their hearts and soul into this one, and that's exactly what we're seeing. These guys are being squeezed for all the counter-strike that they're worth here tonight in this grand final, and as you said, it's anyone still at this point. 1 round to tie for FaZe, 1 round to win for SK. After a short pause, the players can catch their break in the timeouts. So once again, time to kick things off here. But will it be the last time? I just don't know.
Is this the round? Is this the round? Both teams on rifles and AWP. Taco on the UMP once again. See Nico headed very quickly with the AWP, but that is not the greeting he was expecting. A smoke grenade and pop dog, but of course there is time on the clock. Alu very close to a friend. Did he hear the grenade be primed? Even if he did, I don't know what he can really do about it. Making his exit from that position. The margin for error is very small in this round.
And neither team really wanted to give up that first frag, as you'd imagine. Indeed, Ali really wanted to make a play there, but he just couldn't find a good one. Now Fur investigating. Oh, no! Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking there for Fur. Turning away, he thought that it was a frag. It's a quick trade, though. What's going to happen here? FaZe, they don't actually sprint into the site off the back of that kill, but look at the response from SK. They're rotating heavily towards the B-bomb site. They've reinforced it, and they've changed their positions massively. In goes Kiyoshima to lead the way here. Looking for the first frag. It's Phelps to take it down, though. Taco waits patiently. Will they expect him up close with the UMP?
They cannot expect this angle. FaZe being patient. Alu is moving through the A site, trying to find something in the meantime, but coldzera moves back. Pretty smart stuff from coldzera, wins the duel as well as the bomb rotates towards Pop Dog. They've lost their map control now towards B to T, so they've got to commit to this, and there are 20 seconds. coldzera's in that Ivy position, the smoke goes down. Surely he's going to stop this plant from coming in. No, he's got past the angle. Phelps will do the job. Phelps will do the job again. It's SK to take it. Back and forth. So many match points. But ultimately, the Brazilians